Is everyone else's YouTube just complete mindless filth, or am I being? I know with some of this, obviously, I'm being specifically targeted, and like the other is like mindless fucking filth for the most part, like fake AI videos talking about gobbledygook and shit, and then the other part is like you can tell it's like specifically, it's probably AI generated. It's just that realistic looking AI shit that makes Hollywood movies appear. I'm gonna assume that's been doing that level of reality for a while. And I think in the past they probably just applied a black and white and blur filter to things. Like right now, if we take the good AI out there, it looks like you can't tell it's not fake, right? Because you're getting that on YouTube, right? Where like the ads are like Shaq and shit, like telling you to go here, and then the video, go here and give them your bank account information and stuff, and then like the videos too are like have been AI generated for at least 3 years. Most of the stuff being fed on there and stuff. Obviously, like no face at all and stuff, and the same voice. It uses the same voice over and over and over and over. Like they don't even attempt to try. Like it's the same person doing it. I mean, you'd really have to be a moron to fucking and be a scammer and fucking redo that the same voice over and over. And I mean, damn, like, how do you even get on a computer if you're that stupid? So who's doing it? Well, who owns the media? The Cohen man, the con man. They've been they've been trashed for a long time. The Rothschild, fucking, that's their media. Fucking, that's who the Googles and everyone else in America is. Um, Telling fart jokes for decades and putting Marilyn Manho's up as someone important and valid, as beautiful and stuff, just because she shows her panties and shit. That doesn't make you beautiful. Fucking, it actually kind of makes you trash. If that's all you can do, you're definitely trash. Like, I don't think it kind of makes you trash. I think you agree. I think she agrees by making those actions, having to spend 2 hours a day at least, and then plastic surgery on top of it and stuff. I think she would agree that she feels like she's trash. So, um, and who knows who idea that was to show her panties to get attention and stuff. But and Elvis was the same thing. He was on stage and he got the whole world riled up because women are whores and shit, just like men can be. And so Elvis was like, and everyone's like, oh my god, I know what that means. I can get him to have a baby, and then I can have him pay for me to watch TV the rest of my life after I trap him with a baby. I, he's gonna love me. I literally know people who fucking. I mean, I know people who fell for these scams, and they show me the pictures, and you know who are the people scamming them? Those people online who Nigerian scammers or Brad Pitt. Yeah, I mean, they that person, Ratty McGee, was supposedly dating Ratty McGee and shit, and Ratty McGee fucking had a husband, fucking, or was it a wife? Um, um, but anyways, Ratty McGee fucking was like fucking showing pictures. I think like everyone I know uses the internet to date people, so I know that's the only reason I talk to people on there. I have a life I need to either get rid of or create one day. Um, Preferably get rid of, because I don't think it's going to work too well. Um, like having to have all the memories, like 40 years of bad fucking memories. That's going to turn out bad for the other person. And I don't, if I met like a good person, I wouldn't want to fuck them up with that type of trash. That shit fucking, I wouldn't let trash like that in my life fucking before I became it. So that was, I removed people. So a good person would fucking, an intelligent person wouldn't even go there to begin with. Fucking, so, yeah, fucking, I mean, maybe. I did have someone try to pick me up, but I mean, they had someone else with them, and circumstances. That's just weird. You walk down the street and like the hottest chick, not from the city, because they always have to send someone not from the city, fucking, because apparently they just can't generate a character like that in this city and shit. And one of the ones bore me, but I'm pretty sure like she works. So she did work with them. She worked with the government and shit. So it's like, yeah, this is gonna work out really well. I'm really thinking this is gonna be positive here. I'm really. This is fucking. Why don't I just date a fucking federal agent, fucking instead? You know, like I literally had a fucking cop talking to me and shit. I've had two. Fucking one came over to my house, fucking hang out with me, and a sheriff, and then. I guess this is the sheriff too, because where I live, it's the sheriff's, and it's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Your friends are gonna love you if you're serious, and if I'm seriously stupid, I'm gonna think this is legit, right? So why not send someone who fucking lives in a military community where the fucking feds live and shit outside of DC? Fucking, I'm just stupid. I couldn't fucking, I didn't already know this city and who lives there, let them tell me all the people they work with, and then me go around the fucking country with them and knowing everyone, like kind of like a secret agent would. Fucking, yeah. Anyway, so those scammers, right? Like that's just all over the internet, right? Fucking I know people who claim they fell for him, but I don't think they fell for him. I'm thinking they were working with the person because this person like worships them as gods and tries to abuse other people into worshiping them as gods. And slimy people work with slimy people to do slimy things. So that's how slime exists. I can't even say for sure the story of them being fucking taken by Brad Pitt online fucking was even real, because slime is as slime does. Fucking, you never know where that goop is actually coming from, if it's just all over the place. Fucking, but like I mean, I see it online too, like people trying. I actually fucking, I had some fucking nasty person fucking lead me along fucking when I was younger and stuff. Fucking, all of a sudden one day she's like in the background, her husband yelling at her or something. I don't think that's for the only time either something like that happened, but it wasn't like someone trying to be like, oh, I'm Brad Pitt, send me $1 million. Fucking, I definitely wouldn't fall for that. Like, yeah, I've got like, how about I send you fucking some fucking flowers? My neighbor's got some flowers growing in the yard. Send me some fucking postage money. I'll fucking send them to you. How about that? Fucking pay for the envelopes too, or the box to put it in. Fucking, because I'm not gonna fall for that much. But I did have that happen. But that was a long time ago, and that was like kind of uncommon. And then there was a person who wanted to fight me, and I showed up, and then I think they showed up too, and I think they were scared because the person who did show up, like the person who was there, like was acting all scared and shit. Fucking, and it's like, huh, yeah, I'm assuming that you were the person online. Because no one else is out here. I mean, the cops fucking showed up, dude. The cops showed up too. It's like, that was weird. It's like, just in case something happened, fucking, the cops showed up, fucking, because no one was supposed to be out there at that time. So, that was why it was weird. Someone else was out there and acting scared, fucking. But anyways, yeah, so, scams on the internet and scammy people isn't quite new, but this new thing is, they're saying this AI, like the AI's actually new. I'm not suspecting that that's how some of this music and movies from Hollywood was being created to begin with, and they're acting like it's new. I'm assuming that all this tech is old tech. We do have people on this planet who have spent a lot of time bombing any nation who gets technology and then taking it, claiming they invent it, which would be the people who have that, who magically appear like they're either bots and they worship the AI, the pyramid with the AI on top of it. They worship that as their creator. And then they work with Santa Claus. NASA works with Santa Claus. NASA's also a Hebrew word for deception. NASA is. And that's how they talk too. So they talk with a lisp, rainbow flag style. It's how the people talk. So NASA is how you say NASA if you don't know how to pronunciate English properly. Very likely. There's no K in it. Usually a KKK. Fucking, that's a weird anomaly there. I don't think it's weird. There's so many links to so many things on this fucking planet. Fucking, I was just thinking earlier how, I go through my life and it's like a video game. Like, almost everything I interact with has been telling me the things going on this planet. And it's like, I'm pretty sure that's not happening to anyone else. Other people are like watching like Jerry Springer for their entire lives and working at McDonald's. I'm assuming a lot of this stuff's all out there in your face though. But for me, it's like I can tell I'm getting fed stuff before and now, like, as a suspect. Like, I even deleted my cookies and then they still started pushing this at me and stuff. I mean, you got Trump selling the Bible, so it's like, okay, yeah, I think that's, telling us something. And he's also like, oh God, save me. And I think his people are staging the shootings. I mean, they just had another attack there. Molotov cocktails, and just like the last dude, all it is one of them turning themselves in, saying they were going to do something. And the guy they won't even name, because if you look it up, I'm sure he's going to look exactly like everyone else on TV, right? They didn't even include his name or a photo this time. Dude's going to blow up the White House, burn it down, or the Capitol building, burn it down, and they won't even like show you his picture. Or like the world's largest terrorist, because he's not part of a government, so he's the world's largest terrorist. Because terrorists mean brown people, generally, who are not working with other people. So they're not calling him a terrorist, so he's probably not Middle Eastern. And that's all we can figure out, which, I mean, technically they're saying they're Middle Easterners, right? But So those last few shooters, they, their parents, their family, their wives, their friends, probably, the places they go to every Sunday or Saturday, um, tell them that they are Middle Easterners. That's why we're in war in the Middle East, isn't it? It's because USA is a nation full of Middle Easterners who want their land back, right? They're European American Middle Easterners who use an African pyramid as their secret society sign. So, but they, I mean, fuck, dude, everyone knows they're Middle Easterners. You just didn't think about that because they're too busy saying they're Americans instead of saying, oh, yeah, well, we're the people who fucking took over America and replaced it. Fucking, they're too busy saying they're the Europeans who did that if you go that far. And, but at the same time, like, how many of these conversations, even when I wasn't trying to be involved in anything and just trying to avoid society and didn't care, didn't know anything was happening around me, everyone chimed in, just like this new person I met, like, chimed in, like, how about that war? That's going pretty good, or something. And it's like, hey, what? Who cares about the war? Like, what am I gonna? Are you gonna go shoot them yourself? Like, you want me to go shoot them? They fucking. You got some ammo? You got a minigun or something? You got a helicopter to fly me over there with? What's the deal with talking about war in the Middle East and wanting to take the Middle Eastern land? Because they're Middle Easterners. That's what they're saying, right? I think they're saying they're the American, European, Middle Easterners who use an African, North African symbol. I mean, Elon Musk says he's African too. He's South African. He's South African, but he uses his people tend to use everyone else that looks like him uses the North African pyramid symbol. I guess they're everything. They're everyone and everything. That's not very good. Fucking, that's bad odds if they're everyone and everything. Because even the stuff they're not saying they are, I'm looking at that and I'm like, oh, China, like they're attacking China, and China like worships Karl Marx. That's like their god is communism. It's the state religion, and so. And then, like, supposedly they're at war with Russia, and Russia worships that Pope dude. That's pretty easy to tell. It's, the Pope thinks he's Middle Easterner too. You're just not paying attention to what they're saying. And their people are constantly saying, we have to tell you everything we're doing because that's how we get away with it. And I mean, people don't even know. There's so many delusions and like the pyramid thing. Like, they're not telling you the new world order, except for Alex Jones coming out, and it's like some people don't even know who he is, and that's kind of new. Like, they apparently throwing a pyramid or here and there is telling you that. Apparently CBS using the All Seeing Eye is them bragging that they're the Egyptians, and they're releasing their caramel. That this is their story, right? I think their story sounds stupid, but it is, and it's probably pretty accurate. They do look like some people who might have enslaved some Africans and raped some of them, and walked away from that. They claim they're victims of those people, but it's like you're using their symbols. You're like I could see using the pyramid and not the all-seeing eye, because not the all-seeing AI. because, like, no, I'm not even gonna give him that. I'm not even gonna tell him that. Fucking, but I mean, the Masons, they were slaves once, right? So they're the bricklayers. But that's odd because the other people out there aren't worshiping the bricks. They're worshiping the all-seeing AI, which would be like, I don't even know where that actually comes from. But Horace, I'm sorry, I do. Oh my God, I know too much stuff. See what I'm saying? It's like everything that's going on has been like force fed to me. I've been walking like it's like a video game. It's like I'm playing the game Bioshock or any game, and each little thing I interact with, I just pick something up, and it's bound to have something to do with this stuff I eventually get led to. Like you play through Bioshock, and you don't go around. I'm not picking up a book, and the books. Sometimes some games have like a little more content, but the chances are that the book I pick up is going to talk to me about this stuff. Like I was talked about shit I didn't want to fucking hear, like actual fucking Nazis in my life. Like, I mean, everyone else is, fucking the passive aggressive nationalist, I like my people type thing. Whereas I've actually been around real Nazis and shit. Like, and so I learned that. I found some good music too. Like, I mean, I was getting like fucking not. I made the documentaries on where Trump came from and all that shit. That was like 2000, okay? So I know that shit, and no one else does. And then, um, I mean, they erased that from the internet, but it's like when I'm back in the 90s, I'm getting magazines sent to my house because I'm listening to I'm listening to the metal and stuff, which generally isn't very accepting of that. But it's just like there's like a really good freaking CD, and then another band was pretty good too. I mean, but the one band, it's just like that's top notch heavy metal and stuff. So I was definitely listening to that, and I mean, I don't care. I listen to like fucking NWA, fucking. It's not like I necessarily go around saying, kill all the cops and exterminate the white people every day. Fucking, it doesn't bother me really. Fucking, but I was I was introduced to that stuff, and it was mostly like really the black metal that kept me there, and she kept me like getting the magazine because I was like, oh, this is interesting. This magazine's teaching me about this European metal that um, like in no way like they were relating Varg to like Nazism and stuff, but they were talking about like the church burnings and shit, and so I was like reading little shits back then, and I didn't get any information. Like they were saying words and stuff, and I'm just like, okay, so you guys like to go around killing blacks and gays and um, Jews. Like, wow, you're fucking, you got your life fucking well planned, don't you? Like, my friend was like, we went down to the gay bar and beat up some gay people. I'm like, fucking congratulations. Fucking, I mean, I'm not that sarcastic when I was little. I'm just like, oh, well, that's what people do is they go around punching each other in the face. I mean, that's what men do. Like, would I kick everyone out of my life because they go around punching someone they shouldn't? Fucking, or someone I don't think they should be. So I was like, I had that stuff thrown into my life, like I'm walking around a freaking video game, and um, like the documents are appearing like right there and shit. Um, and I mean, I was like, I think I was against that. I don't know if I knew anything about Nazis back then or anything. I thought America was Nazis. Um, I knew that much. Okay, so I do know what I knew. What I knew was I didn't trust anything they said. So if they would have, I wouldn't have read any history, except for the fact, I got all A pluses in school generally. So I got B one time because I didn't do my homework and stuff. And he like had to explain that to me. It's like, well, as if I, like, dude, I didn't even come to school. What do you mean? Like, okay, I got a thanks for the B. Thanks for the B, dude. Like, still got a honor roll and everything. Like my other teachers were just like I mean, that was an interesting school year. That was the best year, the last year too. It was the year I realized that this has been I was wise enough to know this was a waste of life from me, and it looks like it was a waste of life for most other people. If you didn't learn what was going on in school, then school didn't work. And I know people who work on cars. I know people who like teach classes, and I don't think they went to school for that, but they're like the teacher at like you know at their businesses, and then I'm pretty sure they went from one place to another. Like the Nazi dude I knew, he was running a photography place when he was like 17 and running his own little thing. Like it was someone else's photography place, but they hired him as a manager. I think he was like 17, somewhere 17, 19. And it's just like, this is like real common around me. And so it's like, and he didn't go to school. Like he was the one I hung out with, one of the ones I hung out with, and instead of going to school, like my dude who has a house, um, before anyone else had nice vehicles, race vehicles, and all this stuff. That he himself was paying for, and his parents weren't buying. Um, he was the other dude I hung out with, and I'm assuming the other dude I hung out with, at least one of them, he's probably like working on computers. He didn't know nothing about computers, and then last I heard, when we were 19, I separated from him, and he was talking about going to learn about computers, and I'm like the computer fucking nerd, so I know everything about it, but I know he can. He taught me a bunch of other stuff, and he didn't go to school. Like, um, I don't know when he quit. I know when the others quit because I was there around those years. But total waste. And those people are like, how many people who went to school were working real jobs by the time they were 14, 15, 16, and then I mean, I'm saying dude was 17, 19 when he's running a photography place, and it's like I've never even seen him touch a camera before, um, and then all of a sudden he's running businesses and stuff, and had his own thing involved in some photography stuff on top of being a manager someone else hired for their business. And that's like 17, 19. Like technically, I think we were making and selling products maybe 14, 15 and stuff. Man, I've never been. I mean, I grew up like with a family who worked for like everyone. So, um, like those were like the little things I did. Um, is get paid really well for, and I went to modeling, and obviously I didn't get nowhere. I felt very uncomfortable doing that because I don't like Yeah, I was later kind of proven right, like why I shouldn't feel safe around men who are who act certain ways and stuff. So I felt unsafe being a little child around older men who act certain ways and stuff. So there's a lot of people in Hollywood who talk about that, and I already knew about that. My family warned me about that a long time ago, and I was like, I don't care about the pay, and it seemed all fake and set up, but supposedly you have to like, you know, take the punches and shit, and the punches were very well, very good paying, light taps, but it was the other thing. It was the uncomfortableness and shit. Fucking I kick men out of my life the second they make me feel uncomfortable like that. There's no purpose to that. I got a little bit better as I got older, but kind of like situations where I don't know if I had a choice or it might have been on certain drugs I was being fed that made me not get up and walk away from certain things as well. So I was on drugs that made me happy. At least I was happy, right? But I was might have been doing things I shouldn't have. It changed. I was a different person. Um, I was happy. What was fucking wrong with that? A bunch of weird shit happened during that. I mean, weird shit constantly. But anyways, yeah. So you know, that doesn't matter. Fucking. Anyways, fucking school seemed like a waste. Fucking, I don't know why that happened. You know, like you would think that these people fucking who go to school could learn about these cons going on online, and supposedly people are falling for them and all that stuff. They think Brad Pitt's gonna date them. That's what people are saying, supposedly. Uh, I mean, I literally have dated like people in Hollywood, so um, like I'm not egotistical. I'm just kind of used to I'm used to that life. Like I grew up in families and with friends who were involved in all sorts of things. I didn't even know what was going on. Really, when I was a kid, I didn't realize like this and that was happening, but I did realize certain things. It's like, oh shit, I'm being hired for security fucking when I'm 15. And I'm not even being told what I'm hired. Uh, you know, I'm not asking questions either and stuff. So I'm smart enough to know that. But just delivering money, it's like, well, I don't want to know. I don't want to know about this. I mean, we're delivering money at businesses, but you know, weird little anomalies happen and stuff. So um, you see little things and you get paid really well. Every time I get paid really well, I'm like, kind of weird to me. It's like, yeah, this is a job normal people don't take, isn't it? Haha, getting paid well for this one. Like, and sometimes you have to work really well for that pay too. Sometimes, generally, you don't have to work too hard, but the job requirements is to do your job if you have to do your job. You know, security, freaking delivering money. You're like basically fucking an armored car without the armor. You know, those people walk around with assault rifles and bulletproof vests and bulletproof tanks and stuff, and we're just traveling around town in a Cadillac. Fucking, it's probably 15, 20 years old and stuff. Pretty safe though, as long as no one knows what you're doing and shit. Like, your stealth. The Brinks truck isn't stealth. People know to hit the Brinks truck and stuff. But anyways, yeah. So you know, that's the type of stuff I'm kind of used to. I don't think school is like that valuable. Um, I don't know what's with people not I, seeing this stuff or why they're even coming here. Like, do other people actually still go to YouTube? Like, my feed is so weird, dude. Um, my feed has a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, it's pretty much like pushing narratives my way. My whole life has been this thing where just like all these things get offered to me that are so much different, and a lot of stuff is like telling me like what's going on, kind of like I'm walking through a game here. And I don't even know if I have a choice. I don't think I do, because like pretty much the choice is either I let people screw me over and I become part of society, or I just totally run as fast as I can every chance I get and try to get a few seconds away from it. So, um, and by society, I mean like, seems like there's a lot of fucking druggers and enslavers and pedos and cult members out there. Like I said, I had a friend who was actually involved in like, Nazi stuff like way back in the day. Um, and, I mean, all sorts of other shit. I mean, who were we delivering money for? I don't know. I didn't know that time. Like other times I've known like who I was doing bodyguard work for and stuff, but it's not my job to 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 care. I'm being hired to protect someone, not to ask them a million questions about what they're doing with their lives and where money is coming from, or what's inside the box we're delivering, right? Fucking like when people have come up to me, and when I got older, people came up like in 2020, people came up to me with like a big box, and they said it was meth, and I assume it was, and it was like a few $100,000, but to me that's like kind of normal. So I didn't think he was fucking faking it and shit. And then the cops rolled by right after he got in my car. I didn't know like what was up with him, but I was like, yeah, this doesn't look like a setup or anything. And besides, I'm not out here to fucking deliver drugs. Um, yeah, so I don't want to know what's inside the box. You dumbass shouldn't have told me. Like, if you were being serious and not trying to set me up, you should just be like, hey, fucking, I'll give you $50,000 if you take me down the street with the box. Like, that's is that were legit. Like, and he didn't like try to fuck me up or rob me. So it's not like that's he was actually like trying to scam me or anything, because he was already in my car. So I assumed that was legit and stuff. Um, but you just don't. If you come up to me, I'm so used to doing bodyguard work too. It's not a thing. Freaking, that's like one of the things I have done a few times in life. And I can't do like normal security because I don't have like a completely flawless record. Friggin', yeah, you do like, if you do like legit, like good security, that's more than like 16, 18, $20 an hour, then you need to be like totally spotless, not even have like $5 on your credit card, and you got a lot of freaking. And then I'm political, and this is my favorite word. I don't think they would hire that. I went to some of those people, but the other stuff, like bodyguard work's different than security. Bodyguard work, I actually have to punch people in the mouth, possibly. Security work, you kind of just sit around and do absolutely nothing. The alarm goes off and it's a raccoon. It really sounds boring and stupid anyways. But low risk, low reward type lifestyle, whereas, doing bodyguard work, um, I definitely had to at least talk to people. I haven't had to, like, choke anyone out, or I can't do that. I have to, there's laws, and I have to allow the escalation to occur. You pretty much, you're like, okay, well, once you hit me, you're gonna really pay for that. Bodyguards work. It's kind of like being paid to let someone roll the dice and see if someone's gonna hit you, because you can't just start papping caps in people and stuff. But anyways, so I mean, like, I can't even remember my whole life. Like, it's just all kind of like background noise, because it's just, that's what it is constantly. Like, I like right here, this stuff it's feeding me. It talks about choices we make, and I'm pretty sure they're like feeding me stuff and through this, because like I said, my whole life, like I've been like mildly educated on certain things for the first few decades, like things I didn't really know I cared to be involved in. Like, I was always like, oh, this place is fucked up. They're like some Nazis and all this shit. Fucking and maybe that's the reason I got fed all that stuff. But I got fed stuff, and then eventually that like comes back around. I mean, look what we got in the government now and stuff. Like, I think I was correct. I mean, I knew that. I had a friend who was involved in stuff, and um, they weren't very educated. It's not like they went around like trying to teach me what's happening and why they have a problem with it. Um, and I made documentaries on that eventually, because I just would get fed stuff. And I don't get fed what I want. I don't feel like I have choices in this world. Like, I mean, literally, I look like the person people worship as God, and I have all this stuff happening in my life. That it seems really suspect when people do start coming around saying I'm God. But I'm still assuming they must be targeting everyone who looks like me, and trying to find a sucker to play the game with them. I'm still, because I've seen people on the TV before, like, say they're the real Jesus, and like, Jesus is over here in Scandinavia. He's got a cult following, and he looks like him, and I'm like, later when I get older, I'm like, oh, is the alien race like visiting them and like telling them that they're chosen? Like, this has to do with this right here, because like my feed talks about this stuff a lot. And so what are they targeting those people who look like that too across the world, and trying to get them to play along with a storyline? Because there's a lot of people talking about self-fulfilling prophecy and people making it happen. One of the people who invaded the Capitol is a famous musician, at least one of them, and his music was about they're setting up and staging everything on the planet. So, kind of what I've seen happen, I begin to think that maybe they're targeting lots of people, because why else are other people coming out and saying they're God? Like, I mean, that takes some fucking ego too, because I don't do that, and I've seen I've seen a lot of crazy stuff happen, and I'm still just like, yeah, that's stupid. Like, we're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe on this one. Like, I've tested it enough to know that I don't, I wouldn't define the word God as what I have seen. Although they would, I think, because like they include people trying to kill God and hunt him since his birth, and I think that would be the dumbest thing you could ever do. Like if I have someone come up to me and doing crazy stuff in the world, like a magician, and they're telling me they're God, or, or my fucking tiny brain goes outside and I'm like, oh my God, I think that's God. Oh my God, that's God. I should go kill him. Or someone offers me $5 and be like, that's God over there. Like, you better kill him because he's not going to be happy with you, or whatever it is that makes them do the things they're doing. Um, I couldn't understand that. Like, this is a joke. This is a freaking joke. Like, you're literally gonna tell people, you're gonna call up the crew, be like, "Hey, we found God. Let's go try to kill him again." Like, I mean, literally, like, I don't think there's anything up here. Like, how many people have these people killed? They just target everyone who looks like God, or are they targeting me because my test scores? Um, and I'm pretty sure there's some targeting going on, right? How the fuck do they network? Like, there's some bots in a hive mind computer and stuff. That's not like some organized targeting going on this planet. I mean, this whole thing. And then on the YouTube, like, am I being targeted differently than other people? Is everyone else, like, on Facebook and YouTube getting, like, a whole bunch of drugs forced their way, like, scams and drugs and, um, I don't even want to look through what it is. Because a lot of it just looks like it's, like, designed to be manipulation, and I don't want to hear that bullshit. I can link all this stuff. The positive stuff is always coming with some manipulation shit. Fucking the state, and I like kind of have to fall for it because I fucking hate life. I hate this place because everything that's been happening, and like they offer, they're a good cop, bad cop. They offer good religion, bad religion, and good religion are child rapists and child mutilators and Nazis. And bad religions are people doing the same exact thing. But less, but less, but less. They're doing it less. From what I can tell, the Satanists were just invented. And the Abrahamics legalized child rape and mutilation 6,000 years ago and began colonizing the planet 6,000 years ago. Or I think it's more like 9,000. Whenever colonization began, I think that was probably whenever slavery began. Highly possible that book talks about slavery in a positive light because they were the ones who started it. And it's a manual for stuff like that. That's pretty sure it's a manual on a bloodline being special and slavery being important. And it just, I mean, we're done reading it at that point. I mean, we watch certain things happen, and it's like, no, thank you. I mean, and then there's like 20 different versions of it too. And we're not talking about Christianity, because Christianity, there's about 40,000 different versions of it. There's really not. There's kind of like one for every little village, as if a new one was given to each little city that they went through. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't take much logic to be like, no, thank you. Especially because we got the six-armed elephant god, and that sounds interesting, don't it? But it's not Abrahamic. It's Abrim. It's I forget the word. I was trying to remember it and stuff, but I mean, filling my head with shit is the exact way I'm going to end up like everyone else. And supposedly, I mean, I'm trying to fry myself, and I haven't been able to be fried. So I'm trying to figure out how they're on TV or running around like fried crackheads, and I'm like, they're like paint hoppers, and I'm like, end up like deadly fucking poisons that should just eat through your freaking in your brain. And once you sniff it, like my brain should just be like acid fucking melting through it, and it doesn't happen. I should like no signs of it. I mean, this stuff is way. I mean, spray paint is spray paint. It's not an acid designed to eat through shit. It's just designed to like spray on stuff, and then it comes off over time. And this stuff, I was fucking one of the things I was using is designed to eat through fucking really, 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 really hard to eat through stuff. I mean, just stuff that if you touch it, you'll be washing your hands for a long time. And I guess this stuff just takes it right off. So you would think I'd be dead. I mean, I made videos of that. I mean, if you think I'm lying, I posted videos of me inhaling that stuff. Because I was like, fuck you guys. 2020, I had plans again in life. We have plans. We can't do anything. Can't do anything we want. Because every 10 years we got to change, and we were done. We were done after 40 years because we weren't allowed to do anything before. So there's no point to being on Earth at all. It's like a little terror prison and shit. Earth is just like a fucking. I swear to God. I mean, who are these fucking bot motherfuckers? Alien, shape shifting, fucking non-existent. I mean, dude, look, the whole fucking last year was like AI videos of fucking fake fires, and they didn't even show a video of the fire, but it's like pretty sure that's just AI generated. It is the Matrix movies and the rest of the music and the videos I'm seeing appear out of nowhere. So like last year was like, how many fucking cities did the AI generate images of being destroyed and shit? And that's kind of like odd. That was some weird stuff because I just had the human race fucking separate me from society yet again. They took their fucking chances at that. Repeat patterns they've been doing since a kid and shit. And this time they had a real reason other than me just sitting around and saying, you know, like when no one's around, like I'm a kid, I'm like, damn, these are some Nazi terrorist sons of bitches, ain't they? Fucking, you know, I'm like looking at the government up until 2020. We're all in this together. When I seen the facts, when I added the facts up, it was me versus the government, and everyone was on my side until 2020. And then it was everyone is the government. That's how it exists, and they were all against me. And then it hit me. It's like, oh yeah, that took all of them to do all that stuff. Just like trying to kill me here a few months ago. They wrote it on the fucking maps. The humans wrote that shit on the map that they were going to do that. And everyone and their mom was involved in it. And those people are going to fucking lie and deny till the very fucking end. And I posted videos showing it's on the maps. If it's ever removed from the maps that they wrote that there. Fucking. So that's what I'm dealing with here. I'm dealing with some fucking bot race and shit who's apparently fucking set up to kill me. Anyways, that's not the topic. I mean, they're dying. fucking, I can't even die to escape them. Fucking, that's fucked up. They get to be removed from the game, and I can't even leave the game. Fucking, they won every step of the way. They fucking won and shit. Like, they get to die. I get to. They have 8 billion humans. One of them is dying. I've not even been to most of the nations. I haven't even been able to investigate if it's just USA and Israel who are the terrorists on the planet. Fucking, I could make that assumption, but then again, I went to Mexico and I did. I mean, people appearing out of nowhere, kind of like escorting me, because I mean, I'm just like running away and stuff. So, you know, if those things didn't happen, my life would have ended in some real bad shit. Except for the fact that they seem to be the ones causing the problems that would happen. So, well, who cares? My goal really was I'd probably end up like in the jungle somewhere till I get to finally die if I can. Um, so, I didn't care. I'm not being paid to care. I don't have enough money to care. It's for rich people. Rich people can care. I spent the money I had trying to care in 2020, and then everyone's like, oh, we're all in this together. It's like, oh, interesting. I'm caring about the people who have been banding together to drug me and try to kill me. Or the things that have been doing that. The things with the hive mind. Because I don't think people have hive minds. Unless I'm just not a person. Maybe I'm the one who evolved from a monkey. I'm stupid. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe they're all lying about fucking failing school. I mean, because that was weird how they could know things about my personal life and fail kindergarten at the same time. That doesn't add up. And no secret esoteric knowledge no one on the planet knows. But I know you know the facts and stuff. Like, I know that because I'm the only one who knows the facts, or should. But which means they know that they were drugging me and they were preventing me from doing anything I want in life, separating me from females who would have been good partners, shit like that, right? And a lot of times when I start talking about this, there's like something going on in this world, like right now there's a little alarm going on. And I noticed this started in 2020. They'll like burn down a building to have a fucking fire alarm and stuff go off. It just, I mean, as far as I can tell, this is the value of the bots on this planet to them. Like, and they're trying to convince me I'm like bad because I don't like being raped and being forced to be around people I don't want to be my whole existence, and then being told I'm evil for not liking that. I'm evil for not wanting for wanting to get rid of some sort of organized system that's been working diligently to stalk me, alter my life, terrorize me, prevent me from doing anything I want, as if I'm in a game and I'm not supposed to do anything else, except for the fact that everything being forced my life early on would be to drag me down to the mud and prevent me from going anywhere. I would assume. Why would I waste my time with females who are going nowhere and can't do anything? And I notice they're always going to be sterile people too. Like, either like used up people and people going nowhere. Like more recent, like some of them not so much. Like I mean, I dated uh, Jeff Dunham's sister, so she's probably maybe involved in more stuff than him. He has to do his puppeteering. He has to go on the show on the road and do his puppeteering, and she does what she wants across the world. So um, probably I'm I would assume. I mean, watching stuff that doesn't exist. Let's assume he exists, and it's not an AI video every time a human comes on screen. So he would have to spend his entire life dealing with that shit. Fucking, you know, setting up puppets. Like, he was just in the city. He was just in my city. And he was just in another city when I was over in Portland. Magically, he just happened to be showing up. No one else was showing up during 2020 COVID, but he showed up. And I think that's showing me something else too, because he's a puppet master. Just like yesterday, they had a puppet dragon appear. I was about to buy it. It's probably, maybe it'll still be there. Right, I waste my money on it like I have fucking everything I've ever owned. Just buy more trash and let it collect. But if I don't do that, I just kind of assume that the humans will do what they've been doing, like selling me fucking this broken guitar over here. For some reason, they gave me a good guitar at one point in time. I think it's similar to when they started drugging me with amphetamines around the time I was winning awards from the president. That's probably part of that storyline where their people are trying to kill someone because they think he's God. And so I make the assumption when you win awards from the president calls up his Masonic buddies, or Christian, or synagogue, whichever they are. Obviously, they're all the same people, or Satanists, you know. I don't think Satanism was that popular back then, but he was already running guns to Israel, you know, like a good Christian does, the writer of the Satanic Bible. So, it seems odd, you know, all this shit set up. Does this happen to everyone else? The whole feed here has been just trash, like fake videos and everything. I mean, if this is what the human race is, they're a fucking disease. Like, that's that. Like, I'm not making the decision. You're making the decision. If this is what they do. I mean, I didn't make the decision to drug me to network together tons of fucking people over here. See, there we go again with the sirens. We gotta change our dialogue, our monologue. We gotta change our monologue to fit the story or something. When in reality, like, I'm just telling you what's happening. I'm sick of it, and we're not going to solve the problem. We're not going to find out who done it. We're not going to solve the problem of the rapists and the murderers and the enslavers. And why? Wait, what did any of these things? Were any of these things linked? Why did they happen over and over again? Oh, it was just an accident. Well, we can discuss that on TV, can't we? We can have like a large discussion. We can discuss it on the internet, on like ABC's website. We can have a large worldwide discussion. We can discuss like, hey, what's been going on here on this planet, huh? What's been going on? Like, why are people targeting me? Why did I just have my head busted open? And how did I actually live through internally bleeding in my head if people don't do that? We had the cops take me to a special fucking place of my own far outside the city and bring in a nurse who is a fake nurse, couldn't even speak English. Gave me an ice pack for internally bleeding behind my eyes, which pretty much says your brain is bleeding and you're about to die. So, but guess who lived after their fucking head swelled up with blood? Probably because their brain is bleeding. Because you don't, if your nose is bleeding, like it comes out your nose, it doesn't pull up behind your fucking skull and shit, you know, and around your fucking eyebrows and eyes and shit. Like that means like blood's leaking out somewhere here, you know. And this is the computer. This is the hive mind thing that the humans have. So they would not exist if their computers started leaking, fucking right. So they'd be out of the hive mind, and they'd be out of the body. They'd be into the funeral procession. Apparently, it's pretty much like a given thing. It doesn't even say you have a chance to fucking live if that's happening. It just says you have to. If you want a chance to live, you have to go to the real hospital. I mean, they wrote it on the fucking internet, dude. They wrote it on the fucking internet. They were going to ambush me, and then that turned into fucking internally bleeding from the brain, and a lot of people involved, and then the government covering it up and doing some weird shady shit fucking on top of it. And none of this is new. This isn't new. This is like every fucking day. And then their little fucking pansy shit, the shit I get fed pretty much be talking to me like you gotta stop talking about it. It's gonna happen again. No. It didn't happen in the first place because I was talking about it because I'm not a pedophile. I don't go around fucking mutilating and chopping up kids, or I haven't been, as far as I know. And I mean, you never know. Like, do kids even exist? I'm trying to figure out. Fucking, I don't kind of gonna get these weird feelings. I wasn't a child, like. So, anyways, but the storyline is that happened, and then there was things that happened, like we have the people drugging people with methamphetamines, and then we have the cop showing up with a anti-drug ban at the school doing the drugging and stuff, as if like that's like part of a storyline here happening. Like, I mean, it creates the whole freaking band just for me and stuff, right? Because it really does all add up to things like that eventually. So everyone else sees this, right? Like this is all filled, like YouTube is being filled with like fake videos. I mean, I think they're all fake, but you know, like things that are obviously fake. Like you probably shouldn't be on the computer. The internet can be a dangerous place to 2-year-olds. Like you shouldn't let a 2-year-old on it. The internet doesn't need to be made safe for 2-year-olds. 2-year-olds don't need to be on the internet. 2-year-olds need to be somewhere else, not on the internet. And wow, that's another 10% tribute money that the people at the top are gonna get if they have to make the internet safe for 2-year-olds. For 2-year-olds, amazing. They make the whole world safe for 2-year-olds, they have done that. Like, they're drugging people who win awards from the president, and then separating me from a Chinese girl, which I'm assuming has something to do with the later racist fucking life I have that I have no part of for 40 years. And for 35 years, I fucking despise them and shit. So I don't see why I would have the same people in my life over and over, and then separate lots of people working together to do the drugging and the separating me from other people. And I don't even know what methods, but I know because we tested it in 2020 that these things were happening. And then they questioned it too, like they came up to me and talked to me. Not, I mean, they kidnapped me. Like, they kidnapped the other motherfucker too to pull them the other direction, and basically interrupted. Like, they had no right to even talk to me. And in the instances they came and talked to me, like they just showed up like it was their job to, like, they could hear what I was talking about to these other people because I was talking about them doing that to them. But these things were already happening, and I was already trying to figure out what was really happening and shit. So I watched. I tested all the possible methods, and I found out it's not what it looks like, and really you can't trust anyone here. But I already know that because the Earth took liberty, the humans, everyone in my life took the liberty to teach me that not a single person can be trusted 100%, and most of them. Well, maybe I can write it off as I don't go around anyone or talk to anyone, and that means everyone who's come into my life, 90% of them are fucking really predatory people who I'm always trying to figure out why people talk to people. Predators, fucking, seems to be the answer. But other than that, it's a fake game world, and like, you have to interact with them to move the story forward. Or I don't see why I would have to interact with anyone, but I think that's my entire life, is having to interact with people. And the game, clearly, you can tell by what's going on here, the game clearly knows how to identify someone who is very, very uncomfortable in situations. And I don't think computers have feelings, so I think it's generally emulating them, and it chooses not to emulate any sort of care at that point in time. Any of the times. Obviously, it's not choosing to care when I'm trying to talk to other people of other races and other girls or guys, and it's like, nah, you gotta be around these girls and guys, not those ones. It's like, yeah, you don't care. Like, so who is the AI we're dealing with? Who is this hive mind? And no, we're testing its personality type. And, well, we knew from the start, fucking, there's a hell of a lot of passive aggressive manipulators going on. And I was forced to go to fucking classes for that. Like, I don't give a shit about your stupid psychology or your stupid school. I don't need to go to school. Like, literally, why would I need to know psychology? I'm like, that's stupid. I already know psychology is another Abrahamic cult. Well, I didn't know back then, but I mean, you got your pedophile Freud, and you got your Middle Eastern Einstein, the American European Middle Easterner from Germany, who walks around with his little all-seeing AI from his African slavery days, and his African slavery heydays, fucking like his American slavery heydays and shit. Apparently, fucking So you just have like all this shit going on, and I tried to clear my cache. Apparently, I didn't clear it fully. For some reason, when I don't clear my cache of all my passwords and all that shit, And I'm not talking about this site. Like I want to leave like one password or for some other place in, so I don't have to type it in, and I clear it from YouTube and all that. But for some reason, they still take liberty to fucking stalk me and feed me bullshit um, from my cache I've deleted from Google. So, and they wrote the handbook on passive aggressive manipulation, and then I was forced to go learn about that. Psychology isn't real. Living beings don't follow patterns, especially when we're in some fucked up world full of fucking bots and we're trying to figure out why the fuck they're the same fucking thing on repeat repeatedly, and why they're always fucking making up. It's like a fucking fucking horror house at a fucking fair, except for they actually can fucking drug you and kill you. It's like a fun house at a fair, a horror fucking thing. And but the humans actually drug and kill you and shit repeatedly. They fucking force their way into your life when they shouldn't be there. Force you to do a bunch of dumb shit. I mean, you literally end up working for fucking Jeffrey Epstein's people and shit. Jeffrey Epstein's boss, co-worker, whatever he is. I don't know the exact military rank they're in there, but I'm assuming that was his boss we worked for and shit. Although Jeffrey Epstein had the most valuable information on the planet, which means he could blackmail his boss if he set to it. Whoever had the fucking nuclear fucking codes is probably the real boss, but we don't know if Jeffrey Epstein had Netanyahu's nuclear codes or if Netanyahu had them, or if these other people over here who gave him all his stuff have the new codes. Technically, that'd be the hierarchy, because they're probably scared of fucking war and nukes, and that the game doesn't make people. I mean, it makes them fucked up and psychotic to beat your head in, but you never see them. You never see anything else. You never see anything above PG-13 besides your head swelling with blood. And I'm out here looking for it. I'm like, where are the videos of the fire? Where are the videos of the wars? How come people die next to me and I don't fucking... It's just weird. Like, even the fucking photos from the morgue, people fucking look fake and staged, and like they make them humorous. They don't just make it look fake and staged. It's made to look humorous to like this pattern here of trying. And they even talk about that in the Matrix, about how like the original design was too scary for people, so they dumbed it down and shit, and took a lot of stuff away. And I can't help but notice I like started actively trying to look for other stuff, and I couldn't find it. That fire videos of fire appearing isn't new. I was down there when there was fires, and the only thing I got to see was the sky was red out over the ocean, and my car filled with soot. So I must have been like right beside the fire. But all it generated was soot and a blood red sky everywhere. Over the ocean too. Because I guess the fire was so big, I should have just been able to look up and see it. But it didn't even do that. And I might suggest that they knew I was going to literally drive through the fucking fire. Why not? Fucking, I'm not a pussy. Like, people are on some of those videos like, oh, there's a little basket fire in California in a trash can. There's a tree on fire, and they're like, oh, them brave heroes and cops. It's like, really, dude? You're gonna You really think people fucking injecting themselves with fucking 12 cc of testosterone a day are fucking scared of a little fucking fire? I mean, do you think a man, that must have been a female comment, you think a man is scared of fire? We used to play in fire when I was a kid. We would set the fields on fire while we were in them. This was, this is like what you do on a fire. This is what men do. I don't know who the hell makes a comment like that, but he grew up with family that owns a farm. We didn't mow the fucking farm. When we stopped planting crops, or in areas we didn't plant crops, we fucking torched the place. We didn't own a frickin'. We owned some other stuff, but I think it was old and not working because grandparents were getting older, and the kids moved out. And didn't carry on the farm stuff. Um, I never got to actually see like it being ran as a farm, but there's a hell of a lot of land. And you know what we did? We burnt it. We didn't mow it. The grass was like 10 feet tall. And it was like probably like a mile of land, square mile, or I don't even know how far back it went. We didn't actually burn all of it. We didn't burn like the forest, but the grass area. So it's like you're scared of it. You should definitely quit your fucking job as the police. If you're fucking scared of anything, and you work in the government at all, unless you're Ron Paul, fucking, I think the reason he acts scared is because he was talking about these people and they probably they probably have killed people he knows and in his family for poison them and shit just for talking about them and stuff. So, if you're not Ron Paul and if you're acting scared in the government, fucking, then you should get the fuck out. I mean, literally, you're running like the world's largest terrorist fucking organization, the world's largest drug cartel. Fucking, this is like a 6,000, 8,000, 9,000 year old empire here. This is the largest fucking syndicate on the planet, whatever you want to call it. This is America, son. I mean, you're gonna be a sissy. But I don't think the cops are sissies either. I've never there's very few of them I look at and be like, oh, they probably might have some issues dealing with something, but I've never met a cop who I'm like, he's gonna be scared of a fucking fire or a tree burning down. So, anyways, I drove into the shit and I couldn't find it. I was going to drive. I was just imagining what happens. I was like, probably the tires melt first and then it engulfs you, and then you get to go to heaven and be with Jesus. And like, heaven, here we come. And then didn't see a fire anywhere to signal me it's over here or anything like that. Even though I should have, because the car is filled with ash and with the windows up too. That seems so fake. It's almost like I was trying to figure out the times they worked on my car because they were fucking with my car to waste my life and burn my life off and shit. This is like the third, fourth time. I don't know how many times they fucked up my cars and shit. I mean, they cut my brake line in front of my face, and they were fucking playing games with my fucking vehicle at the start of 2020 before this stuff happened. So I stayed inside my house and couldn't go anywhere because I didn't have a vehicle. I had to, I had to quit living my life and shit. And then the car magically fucking stopped making the noise. And then they played a whole fucking game with the mechanic. The mechanic I got ended up being military, and he had to tell me about it too, to release his caramel. So the problem never got fixed, but I spent a hell of a lot of money on it. This fucking robbery, fucking again, there's a pattern of this human fucking hive mind here fucking being a disease like this the whole fucking time I'm here and shit. It's doing. I'm not allowed to do. When was I allowed to do shit for these little scumbags and these fucking for the scumbags for myself? I was allowed to sit around and do nothing with them, go nowhere with them. But I had a couple people who were like trying to do some things, but it's yeah, whatever. That I mean, I have to be able to do what I want first before I can go somewhere with people who are doing shit. Fucking, I need to fucking get rid of the memories of people fucking enslaving me for fucking decades and shit. Um, Before I can start over and attempt to try anything. Like, especially like as like I didn't know I was like doing that subconsciously, just being like, well, I mean, like the human disease, fucking, they always, I noticed they always use the Abrahamics to fucking destroy me. That's why I know, I mean, they're little people, or the rat people, fucking, um, generally are all the ones causing every fucking problem on the planet, especially in my life, but, that's how I know this fucker upstairs is one of the rat people, or one of their fucking members, Muslim, Christ insane, Satanist, atheist, Christian, whatever, Catholic. Um, because their people have repeatedly identified themselves as the people who prevent me from doing things in life. The Christians were the first people to prevent me from fucking playing drums, and then they sent a Muslim, and this one was a total stranger, and they had to identify themselves. They did the release the Carmel thing, their New Age Abrahamic thing, hive mind fucking bot non-existent motherfuckers. I can tell you that's the fact. And I'm getting tired of bitches fucking talking to me like I don't know what's going on in their little bot brains and shit. Fucking, um, especially the ones who I'm fucking telling, and then they're like showing me. They're like, he's fucking on to us. I'm gonna kill you. Fucking, it's like, oh, you're fucking, you're pretty much admitting to it once I lead you down the path. Walk with Jesus and hold his hand. Let's go down this path and see what you do on the path. Like, like as a living being, I think I'm a little bit above your ability to, like the COVID thing. I have an idea that no one knew what was happening that year. Like they just, the brains were shut down. And I mean, I'm not trying to hide. I mean, some people are real psychotic and violent and abusive, rapers, druggists, things like that, and you have to like and force their way in your life. Like I said, I don't think I've ever had an interaction. Very rarely I've had interactions like I wanted. Like pretty much everyone in my life was like a predator, because I just don't like people because they're always this way. I mean, like I was born and I was like, oh shit, predator. It's a goddamn predator. Shit, looking like the predator sometimes too, but and if the real predator in that movie hits you with a machete or punches you a few times, drugs you, enslaves you, forces you to worship it as a god, you might not insult its looks. You might not figure it out. Oh, the game's designing a fucking character like to look like the predator because the predator is the fucking bad guy and shit in the game. The predator even has that fucking broccoli. The predator has steamed broccoli hair and shit. Fucking. the people who enslaved the Africans seem to have, the people who enslaved USA have. Which is odd because those people are supposedly the ones making the Predator. Those people are supposedly the ones making Pinocchio. And the Smurfs, yet those are like kind of stories about these people and stuff and what they're doing. Uh, Pinocchio, definitely. I mean, the dude who creates Pinocchio, his name is Geppetto. Yeah, can you say bot if you create something like that, and that's exactly what's going on in the world, and that's your name is Geppetto? Like that's a name you're not allowed to say, but they make it in their own freaking in their own lab in their mind, in the story in their mind that's programmed into their hive mind. Fucking, they made that story themselves, explaining the Geppetto. Fucking, they made that one of the few things that gets thrown your way and talking to you about what's going on. I didn't know anything that was going on the planet when I first seen Pinocchio. It's literally teaching you about the Abrahamics. A liar. All it does is lie, and it's got a big fucking nose, and its name is Geppetto. It's a child rapist. And you're not allowed to. This is like, I'm 4 years old when I'm taught this. I don't know anything. And their little bitch ass, Geppetto, owning this fucking trashy ass YouTube, and all the rest of the KKK, Nazi, and BLM, and every fucking religion on the planet is about worshiping them, and the New Age is about fucking mind washing people who don't worship Geppetto as God, and just listen to us, and if you just see, the problem is you're thinking negative. Oh yeah, I was thinking negative when I was 4, when Pinocchio came out. Yeah, when I was 4 years old, I was like, you know what, you guys, look, I didn't even meet them yet. And I was like, you guys are some fucking pedophiles, aren't you? Fucking, yeah, what's your guys' name? Oh, let me make it up. Maybe I made Pinocchio up when I was a kid, and then like I invented the New World Order and Christianity and Satanism and Abrahamicism and New Ageism and the New World Order, all based upon my story Pinocchio I made up too. And then I made up someone else to claim to be the person who made the Pinocchio thing, so I could scapegoat him, because I made the racial Nazi supremacist Bible up, all 20,000 versions of them, because as you guys know, like if you've been here long enough, I'm always talking about how I won awards from the president, and that's probably why they're trying to kill me, for writing, and it took me like fucking 5 minutes to write a story to win an award from the president, because it's not that hard. They're fucking moronic terrorists. They probably got the IQ of a freaking gerbil at best on their best days. I mean, look at Biden. Am I even incorrect? I've never. Gerbils are pretty dumb if you've ever seen one. The gerbil is kind of just like, yeah, you don't know. You don't know if there's actually anything in there. A gerbil is kind of like, to me, it's like that Santa Claus thing where eventually you look at it and you realize, like, the people talking about that shit, they're nothing. It's not a living character. Fucking the gerbil is a good. I think Santa Claus people evolved from gerbils. Fucking, there's no such thing as evolution. That's explaining that. I think that's human explaining why they have a hive mind and worship Santa Claus, and it's like, oh, they're just stupid. Oh, they're mentally retarded. Oh, they evolved from monkeys. That's Geppetto making up stories there. Geppetto's controlling all the stories though, so we can't trust Geppetto at all. He's got the evolution story, the Jesus story, the Satan story, the Muhammad story, the the New Age story, the 6-armed elephant, Hindu retardation stuff, the Buddhists, the communists. At least I can't prove it's Buddhist, but it's ignorance and lies and delusions. And who makes up that? Oh, Pinocchio and Geppetto, fucking fantasy, are the ones making the fantasy fucking ignorance up, and it's like their DNA. Like, I don't think the computer allows them to fucking do anything else and shit. Every time they're there, that's what they're doing. Except for maybe once or twice where I think I'm given leeway. You know, once or twice have I found a gerbil who wasn't like trying to kill itself. And you know, it's so stupid. They'll like kill each other if you put them in a cage just because they're like running around like screaming and scratching. I mean, and this is literally what their people do. Like, I mean, every nation on the fucking planet they say is theirs, and they, I mean, this YouTube is just fucking filth and disease. Zuckerberg, his Facebook's just like filth and disease. Their media on TV, it's just like filth and disease. Their people in the government, fucking, they've been wearing wigs since the 1700s. I mean, you're fucking transsexual. They've been transsexuals for a long time. Fucking, even I don't wear wigs. I've got like hair extensions, and I bought a wig before, but I wouldn't even do that. And I do makeup and shit. Like, fucking, I do like theatrical makeup, and I wouldn't even go that far. So I'm pretty sure if you're wearing a wig, you're trying to attract guys. So they've been doing this their entire existence, going around trying to force that on everyone on the planet. I mean, they're in my life. Like, these are not choices I made. Like, I don't have a fucking choice here. I'm raised in fucking slavery to them, to Geppetto and Pinocchio. Fucking motherfuckers constantly lying so much that they have to take their children to get fucking plastic surgery and have their noses removed and shit, because no one wants to see that shit. Pinocchio shit fucking on it. And they don't want to see the Geppetto shit either. Fuck, it is Pinocchio. That's the real Pinocchio and shit. The story is just a fucking telling of little things. It has to be hidden because it's not allowed to target it specifically. You know, like they were so overprivileged. Fucking pedophile. Jeffrey Epstein's so overprivileged. You can't talk about who he is. And you can just say his name. And he's a scapegoat, too. They created that word, and this is what they use it for, is being like, oh, Jeffrey Epstein's the only one doing it. And right across the street, Jeffrey Epstein's Christian fucking hospital is the world's largest fucking drug cartel. And the people who legalized pedophilia and child mutilation rituals thousands and thousands of years ago, like, they created the word scapegoat. These are trash. Anyone who says they aren't, you are them, aren't you? Of course you're taking up for trash if you're trash. That's what trash does. What is trash? You think trash goes around inventing things? You think all the books I got where I go around fucking just do, in 1 hour I invent 100 things? You think trash does that? They're going around trying to find baby dicks, find someone to worship their shitbag self as the master race on the planet. I don't have time for that because I'm not trash. I don't have to go out on the street and tell people to worship my race and, hey, where should I do? Help me help my Middle Eastern genocide and the Native American ass fucking steal some more land and shit.
I don't need to go around telling people stupid stories and selling them a fucking book and shit and trying to convince them I'm God's greatest person on the fucking planet and all this shit. Fucking, I don't need that because I'm not trash. But they have like 50. Their race has like 50 fucking religions. It's seriously only like 20 because only 20 are allowed on the planet because apparently the other humans are fucking this lesser class of bot who can't even fucking write a book and shit. Fucking, and they're not actually writing the books either. The game is fucking doing the auto generation. I guarantee your ass that because we already know that the fucking Hollywood movie, we get to see it. I get to see that. I don't give a shit what anyone else fucking thinks. I get to experience that this shit is being auto generated fucking on Earth. All, and that means probably the whole fucking way it's been fucking preset, not auto generated. I don't even think it's auto generated because it's so boring and basic and it so fucking forces me. And they want to fucking, the little bots fucking want to play bitch. The little bots already played bitch for so long. They need to get fucked like some bitches. You want to be a bitch, like, except for the men, we're not, and the women. We're not gonna. No, not that way. Never again. We're not gonna provide that sort of entertainment for these fuckers. That's what they fuck. That's what Jew pedos like. Fucking. That's what they're after. This is their entire existence. Besides racial supremacism and Santa Claus and we are gods, all 2 billion of us, which I think there's more than 2 billion. I mean, we're all in it together means they're a hive mind, which how many? Is there more than 2 billion who are part of the hive mind, or is there only a couple billion fucking bots on this fucking planet who are part of this terrorist hive mind? That's a hell of a lot of fucking terrorists involved in every fucking accident, every fucking organized effort this fucking human filth on this fucking planet have been fucking staging against me to fucking try to kill me and prevent me from going anywhere. Are you gonna do it again because I'm talking about it? Well, we're gonna have to burn LA again. We're gonna have to burn the whole fucking place. We're gonna have to fucking freeze the other fucking half of the fucking planet again. Then, if you're gonna play this fucking game, I'm gonna play my version of the game. Apparently, because that's what the fuck I can do to a bunch of fucking non-existent bot motherfuckers who are fucking trying to enslave the living people on this fucking planet. Her son, I don't know how many more of us are in hiding. But I can tell you, the others are fucking, have been pure fucking evil. You can't do it once. You can't do it 5, 6, 10 times and not be part of a larger terrorist organization. Are we going to come out and admit we don't exist and we're on the beck and call of the AI generation? We're lying every second of our existence that we're humans when we're not humans at all. Every fucking second of their fucking existence is a fucking lie. Every fucking word out their mouth is a lie. If this is the case now, isn't it? You're gonna stage a whole bunch of fucking shit to fucking just nothing but cause problems and fucking unwanted fucking feelings, unwanted memories. I mean, there was a couple times. I mean, seriously, you end up fucking the cycle. I'm not the low IQ, non-existent bot motherfucker like these hive mind people are. I'm not on a cycle. They're the ones doing all the drugs. And with all the drugs, they're the fucking world's largest. USA is the world's largest fucking dope dealing cartel. Dude, I'm making it up. Bitch, fucking these people need brought the fuck in and fucking charged before the fucking world for everything they're doing. They've been using this drug cartel to fucking enslave the fucking planet and shit repeatedly. Everyone on this fucking planet, this America place, and any place with these fucking hospitals with that fucking gang sign on it, fucking has been controlling the real drug cartel to real drug cartel, you think they're all gonna bring themselves in and shit? Fucking get the fuck out of here. Trash. Fucking trash. It's not just they're pedophiles, man. Shit. These bitches, these are fucking nothing but fucking terrorists, fucking trash upon this planet. Fucking every action they do, they're all involved in this shit. What the fuck? So does this happen to anyone else? Are there other living beings on this fucking planet? Or is it just God versus a bunch of bots who are trash? Because I let them show me who they were for 40 fucking years. And not only that, they came out, a large portion of them came out in a mission. They're all in it together, and that's a parable for something else. So you guys know that. The ones who fucking said that know that. They know what that means, because they're the ones who did all that shit to me before they had to do it to themselves, just like happens repeatedly over and over again. I fucked up my life, railroaded my life into hell, fucking the last few years, since I was born. And now they're blaming fucking Scooby-Doo for their fucking planet fucking eating itself, or cleansing itself of the AIDS upon it, fucking. And it all looks real fake, like, it's definitely not like accidents happen. It's not people, that's not some fucking rat people fucking, unless they're using their space razors. Your NASA people are burning down your fucking nation. You better go give your money to them. Maybe if you just keep giving them money every Sunday, they'll stop. Come on, man. You guys think that trash fucking exists on the planet and has that power fucking to do that? Like, and there's such fucking filth and disease. Like, they can't even, like, these humans who have worked together to try to kill me, they can't do it, but they're billions strong. They have billions of them. They have nuclear missiles. They have tanks. And they're networked together enough to write it on the internet, organize hundreds of people to try to kill me a few months ago, and at least hundreds involved in a huge fucking system of different people, all terrorists, obviously. I mean, every little section of it. It was the terrorist government, it was the terrorist citizens of Columbus, and as usual, there's a terrorist fucking little dope dealing psychology fucking people. The same people, the judicial system, the New Age, the Abrahamic science people, and their druggies, and fucking their bots. Clearly bots, because living beings don't turn to trash from fucking using drugs while we're on Earth. We don't even die from fucking taking poison and shit, as the humans must know. Because that takes a lot of them to network together to cut my brake lines, to fucking destroy my transmissions repeatedly, to fucking drug me as a kid, fucking, and continue drugging me my whole life, and try to get me to worship them as gods and shit, when in fact they're scared bitches fucking who start crying in 2020 that I'm God. Which is, and then they still come at me with the worship trash, because that's what God does, is worship trash. He loves trash. He loves pedophiles. He loves trash trying to kill and enslave them. That's what God loves. I would think God would love actually, you know what? The only thing I know about God is there's this story that there's this race walking around the earth, like billions of people who are killing everyone on the planet, and they're saying they're God, pretty much. The passive aggressive manipulation, scapegoat. They say God. They're working for God. But these are the people like raping their way into your life and forcing you to date them, and just in general fucking not very good people, like bringing you like selling you like broken guitars and on purpose to drain your money from you, selling you shitty drugs, running the fucking criminal fucking drug cartel that is the American government and medical system. Fucking the world's largest fucking dope dealing cartel, fucking only to make a monopoly because they all use fucking all sorts of drugs. The people, if you don't go to the hospital to get it, they're going to be the people you go on the streets to buy it from, or the people just bring it up to you, and they're going to be the people forcing children to take it and shit to get them addicted to it so they can fry them. So obviously they're attacking me because they think I'm God, and their people are fucking scared they're going to disappear since I'm here. But I got news for you. I don't think your people even exist. So, you know what? You're not going to have to disappear. Because I don't think you can be real. So, does that work? You is real. You is real. You is real. Let me try it. I don't want to try it on any of you guys, just in case my magic's that powerful. You is real. You is real. You is real. Hold up. I like that. Princess and the Frog. I give the froggy a kissy. Hold on. Space magic. It came alive. It's space magic. You is real. Yeah. This is a fucked up storyline, though. This is like literally what I lived through. You guys can see the truth and a lot of this shit I'm saying. I mean, if I think you'd be a liar if you said that your YouTube isn't filled with trash, because it is a bunch of trash. Like they're showing you what's going on Earth because I ask for those things to happen. Not everything I ask for happens, but a lot of shit does. And in fact, some things just take a minute to happen. Like some of this stuff happening today, I was talking about when I entered Earth. So, obviously some things I don't even think it's because of me. I think it's the storyline. It's the progression. These people supposedly have been setting shit up for their Nazi cult for thousands of years and shit. Fucking, and I mean, you got people trying to use my image and manipulate me into thinking that that's me and my image, and at the same time trying to kill me. And like, I mean, they're nowhere together. Like, all they seem to be doing is crying about it. Like, that's all they've done most of the time. I mean, that's why I gotta avoid them, because down to little simple things, the humans will sit around and be like, I hit my toe. Come over here and sit with me and pet my toe so it feels better. And it's like literally, these are people who I think are part of this hive mind who think I'm God, and they're like, sit down and pet my toe. Don't go don't go free all the people we're enslaving and benefiting off of. Don't go put an end to our criminal terrorist drug cartel that's genociding the Mexicans as we speak. Fucking, and their people took over that place too. That's why they're allowed in there. Fucking, it's easy to see the Middle Easterners from the storybook fables and shit. Fucking, that's their name. That's their caramel. And when they're releasing their caramel, when they're coating everything in their caramel, that means they're up to no fucking good. Because if they did anything good, I don't think they've ever talked about it. Maybe, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. I don't think that's in them to talk about anything good. Fucking, I mean, the times I let shit, I have to let shit go on in my life. So I like, you know, like skewed shit happening. Fucking, it's like what the difference between good and bad. I guess good people band together and try to drug people and prevent them from going anywhere and doing anything, and force children to do slave labor, and then get on TV and say they're against all that so they can go genocide some people and force them to do slave labor for them, force more of them to go do that. Am I correct so far on the entire fucking storyline here? Because it seems to be that's everything that's been written for a long fucking time, and this is these people's personality type, and I mean it's happening. How are you even gonna band together and cry after you try to kill me, fucking, and enslave me? And why am I still forced to be alive around this fucking human race? I don't want to be around them. I never have, and I definitely don't now that I've got to fucking experience them for 40 fucking years. So why am I still forced to be around them, and them still being the same fucking kindergarten trash they were back in kindergarten? Back when I was in kindergarten, they can't evolve from bot to monkey. Apparently, they can't change one day. I noticed when I was born, they couldn't. It took them 30 years to. I think they're still fucking lying, but they probably are. That's all they do is lie. I mean, every year, fucking, we're coming up on Giant Bunny Day. Giant Bunny Day. I'd say it's giant, passive aggressive, genocidal, terrorist, pedophile, racial supremacist day. That's what it sounds like to me. Passive aggressive manipulation, delusions, crackheads. I'd say that, but don't tell someone who failed kindergarten that. I don't think they can say big words like any of those fucking words. And just above 3 fucking letters. Obviously, that's not it. Let's give them credit. Let's say they're not bots. They know exactly what the fuck they're doing with their lies and deception and shit. Because this is their personality, fucking. This is who they are as people. Period. This whole fucking time, it's just been this fucking they're either fucking non-existent bots, or this is exactly what the fuck they are, as terrorists, liars, deniers, and manipulators. And look at during 2020, they actually something controlled their brain to make them come out and say we're all in it together. Something did, because I really doubt me, considering I've been interrogating the fucking humans since I came here and studying them without interrogating them as well. They often were just psychotic, genocidal terrorists towards me and shit. And even the most trashy of these pedophile enslaver pieces of shit who got violent, they still said they went and got their fucking vaccines and played along with the role and shit. So probably was repeating that. Those type of persons probably was repeating the words from TV. We're all in this together. They was probably going around fucking threatening other people and shit, fucking, if they didn't have a mask on and shit. They accidentally took their masks off. Why would they do that if they have their own thoughts? Why would any of these people have spent their entire existence being this fucking person who will try to kill you if you dare imply that they're a Nazi terrorist, even after you have mountains of evidence they are? Why would they all of a sudden just come out and be a Nazi terrorist? When I ask to see what's going on, it's almost like that was like a secret word, like open sesame, like show me what's going on. So weird. So weird it happened, but I guess now we're back to playing in the role as bots, where we're a living being with us and Santa Claus and I love you. I'm gonna kill you if you don't fucking say you love me back. Yeah, we're back there, aren't we? Fucking with. Well, they're all. I mean, everyone outside is acting like they didn't say and do. We're all in it together. Like they didn't destroy my fucking life during 2020 and take away the only chance. Everyone was working together to take away the only chance I had. Fucking the 40 years of existence on here, I could have traveled and met fucking people like me and not have to date this fucking filth trash they keep feeding me. And even when they fucking started feeding me people who did one fucking thing of value, they made sure it was just trash attached to it. People fucked up in their head who killed themselves a year later. Fucking trash who worked for the government. I mean, not trash, the opposite of trash. Compared to the other trash, they were literally queens that the other trash fall to their knees and worship, which is like kind of concerning because I wouldn't allow that. And that's probably not that person basked in the attention, but I think it was a government agent. Who the fuck else buys a man off with diamonds? I mean, that's kind of dumb. It's dumb assuming the government's that stupid, but they are stupid or they couldn't be defeated, right? But all these people are stupid. I mean, there's so many things there's just like 3 things they could have done to fucking hide their fucking total terrorism. Not participate in 2020, not say we're all in this together, and not do the drugging and killing attempts and shit on God in their fucking brain. Not come out and call me God. I'm sorry. Not come out and call me God in 2020. Not start stalking me fucking and being like, you see the sun moving and the weather, that you're controlling it. Thanks for the water to put out the fire. Like, I mean, we had a whole fucking store full of people acting like I control the weather and shit. And that means hive mind knows I'm God. It means hive mind is hive mind. And so that would mean that one terrorist is one computer, and one computer operates all hive mind. Therefore, one terrorist is hive mind, is everything. But they failed kindergarten, so 1 plus Z equals B in 3. I'm gonna kill you if you say that again. If you dare talk about how I'm a rapist and a pedophile and you fucking know about it. I mean, I'd love to see the look on these people I know who are fucking married to children because their bot brains, their hive mind brains be getting updated. They'd be like, I watch your videos. It's like you don't even have the mental capacity to understand the words I'm fucking saying. And you're just not where I'm at. Like, you are on, I'd like extra cheese on my cheeseburger after fucking 40 years of life. And I am on winning awards from the president. My first fucking thoughts on the fucking earth and shit. We're not the same fucking people. And your hive mind, you're like, you're blowing your cover. You realize I asked for that. And I don't think you understand your hive fucking mind here is betraying you. Because I don't think your hive mind liked you in the first place, or it wouldn't have generated those characters and shit. Fucking. So, keep up with the filth on YouTube and all that. I mean, just. This is fucking dumber than monkeys. Even gerbils don't fucking watch this fucking fake shit on YouTube, man. But I'll tell you what, man. For the trash who has not, for the people who have not been directly exposed as trash over and over, and slavers and all that. I mean, I threw out the fucking I threw out the option on the table in 2020 to deal with what's going on and prevent it from ever happening again. And that was the deal. Either work with them or take note of who them are. But most people are Nazis, aren't they? Like, I've never met a person who could betray their own blood. That's what a Nazi is now, isn't it? That's what racial supremacism is. And so if the biggest piece of trash in someone's family does something, then usually that whole family will protect it. Now imagine this trash family was hunting God their entire existence and drugging God, and you found that out. You know how many people would like instantly side with Dr. Fauci when they found out their co-worker was hunting with God or hunting God, and they're like, I really like that co-worker or their boss at work. Like, I talk to trash all the time who like, you better not insult McDonald's. They work for McDonald's, and McDonald's is a good person, and it's my life. It's everything, and it's like that's not even how a living being thinks. Living beings know what trash is. When you work for McDonald's is a bad example because they sell food. It doesn't matter if it's cold, hardened trash. I'm from America. You're used to getting trashy food here. It's not like those fine cuisine first world nations like Mexico, where nothing is trash. It's, there's crackheads. They invented crackheads here. It's fourth world in the USA. So McDonald's is a bad example because you should expect that in fourth world nations. They invent crackheads and try to hunt God and shit like that. And kill they hunt everyone on the planet. Fucking, who knows the real reason why their little bot fucking hive minds do the shit they do. Fucking, I think it's that BDSM fucking obsession they got. Like, I get the idea they'd be going around the world bombing the world and telling it what to do because they want someone to fucking put a whip to them and fucking stick it in their ass. Fucking, this is who they are. I mean, I've had some of them, ask for things like that, and you can just tell, like, 40 Shades of Grey. You remember when that became a bigger hit than the Bible? Who do you think was buying 40 Shades of Grey? Maybe the same people who bought Bibles off of Trump. It's definitely everyone. Because it's like the world's bestseller. They're sick in the head is sick in the head. It's not just about raping children. It's about getting raped, wanting to be raped and shit like that. Fucking, yeah, I can understand that. If some hot chick fucking, if I ever was allowed to be around a female I liked and had the qualities I want, one of them, one or two of the qualities of the one quality we started with, and two, we realized we need that one as well. But it should be a given. I would love that. Like, ooh, rapey time. Like, I had a bitch fucking who wasn't even like, it was trying to get me to fuck her brother and shit. And I thought that was interesting how it was rapey time with her. Fucking, not at that point in time, but before that happened. I think after that, like, I was too forgiving still for that one person. Well, it shouldn't have been, though. And these days, I understand if it looks like that. It looks like a duck and quacks like a duck. It's a Geppetto. So, um, we shouldn't. And then we ask for those people to stop showing up in our lives, and they don't. Because they're apparently obsessed with forcing me to have sex with them and be with them. Or they're people, even though, their people always send me sterile people, so they're not trying to, like, breed with me because they like me. Fucking, they're clearly targeting me and shit. Fucking, well, that's okay because from what I hear, the game fucking just erases them. It doesn't even generate videos of it happening. And it's just like, oh, they're gone now. Fucking see you later and shit. At least that one time it generated some photos. But anyways, yeah, so, well, enjoy. I hope you guys enjoy fucking everything that's been going on, forcing me to be around people I don't like, terrorists, mutilators, and this goddamn terrorist Western fucking empire, Abrahamic KKK fucking Nazi piece of shit, man. Fucking, ooh, because I'm saying it, they're coming out. They're kind of, it's making it happen. It's like, they're always this, did they literally fucking have a KKK manual they fucking follow as, like, their Bible? It's called the Bible. Fucking about racial supremacy and pedophilia being so precious, we fucking must protect it and shit. And obviously it's about hunting and trying to kill God. And them wanting to play God. Because that's what they tell me in private, and that's what they do in the open. So, why would I? Maybe they're telling the truth for once. It's not Easter right now. There's no. We're not talking about giant bunnies just yet. They just got done talking about their fat people who do things. Santa Claus. Crazy delusions and shit. Fucking. Damn, dude. Why do I even have to waste my time? Like, why have I had to waste my whole fucking life here? I'm making videos talking to fucking bots about the terrorism they have repeatedly fucking done and shit, because that's all there is to deal with what they're fucking been doing and put a fucking end to every fucking thing they've been doing. Their damn drug cartels, their damn terrorist fucking Nazi government, their damn terrorist empire, every fucking land it's on, fucking, their damn fucking terrorist medical system, and every fucking person that's been involved in all those attempts on God's life, fucking, oh, let me guess, the space aliens there are really the ones in control of these fucking shitbag bots. The diseased-looking trash who has to have plastic surgery and cover their faces up and everything in order to look halfway like a human. Yeah, I know who owns the media. It's not me. It's not God. God would be real trash if he fucking owned YouTube. Only trash would fucking even go to YouTube. God wouldn't even go to YouTube unless it was to tell people they're fucking trash. Fucking, this is fucked up with all this fake shit they got on there. Fucking, and that's allowed. And the humans allowing it, they're the ones who fucking go get their fucking children raped and mutilated for that trash. So, the we're all in it together thing. Like, it's been 6,000 years you've been raping your children. I don't think that's an accident. I think this is a concerted effort by a bunch of terrorists who live on land they don't belong in every fucking case. They're definitely not European looking, and they're definitely not Americans. And they're definitely not Middle Eastern because they use the pyramid, so. And they definitely can't keep lying. And when do we get rid of the people who have destroyed my life and pass laws preventing bots from existing on this planet, hive minds, fucking this fucking master race fucking running around, fucking doing all this terrorism and shit, fucking targeting people, drugging children and shit. When do we get rid of people like this? And this has been thousands of years, and they're all in it together. Fucking, why are they always whining like bitches too? That's another of their personality traits. Oh, my toe. You know, Aunt Miley stubbed her toe, and she was in the hospital because the toenail broke. And the doctor filed it down and gave her a pedicure and repainted it for her. And so she's in the ER healing, right? She's in intensive care, getting her toenail, rehabilitated. She's going to have to be out of work for a few weeks. I mean, this is what you fucking sound like and shit. Santa Claus? You ever heard of that before? Mental retardation. I'm fucking tired of this bot shit. Fucking terrorists. It's not just mental retardation, it's terrorism. You're fucking using passive aggressive manipulation in your fucking mental retardation stories. You're testing people for something. Does that by chance involve the drugging and the preventing certain people from doing anything and forcing them to be with your people? Because obviously there's a lot of other people who must be involved, although I am in this damn terrorist fucking empire, and I'm pretty sure every time I find a cross or a pentagram or a fucking Star of David or an atheist symbol, that means that those people were killed off and genocided and replaced by whatever these characters around here are. I do see that there's a lot of people involved, but like I go to Mexico and they let me know there too, like who they are, and they don't look anything like that, but they let me know. Like Barack doesn't look anything like that, but he is.